They collapsed on him. He was able to recover. Johnson with a second field goal, and the game is tied at 12.
Well, it wasn't pretty. He was rumbling, fumbling, and stumbling, but found himself all alone underneath the basket.
Rice able to slice his way through, but then was stopped. He felt he was fouled. Glenn Rice looking at the official, Jim Clark. Glenn Rice during the regular season killed the Knicks. Patrick Ewing off to the hot start. He's hit his first 4, and the Knicks lead by 2. Glenn Rice during regular season play had a 40-point game. He averaged better than 28 per game against the Knicks as the Hornets took 3 out of 4 on the season series. Divac with the tip to top. Knicks not forcing shots. Child able to knock it down. Ewing, yes. Make it 5 for 5 for Patrick Ewing. He has 10 points. The Knicks 18, the Hornets 17.
And another good job by Chris Childs, coming hard off the pick and roll to draw the defense and find the opening for the open jumper by Ewing.
Ewing able to break the pass up. Oh, what a move by Mason, and draws the foul. He went to the crossover. Committed by John Starks, and Mason, a vastly improved free throw shooter, will go to the line.
Well, Anthony Mason on a nice crossover move saw John Starks in his way, and like a lot of big, strong bodies, they're going to run those guards over at every time, and he was.
Glenn Rice putting moves on Allen Houston.
And not a good shot that time by Glenn Rice as he forced.
Starks going all the way. Really hurt the Knicks. Mason gets inside, and Curry bothered by a strained right calf. The Hornets hit with a number of injuries in the final weeks of the season. Bogues and Curry, Matt Geiger strained back. Tony Smith has had the pulled hamstring. Anthony Mason with both feet ailing. He's played through it. Missed 7 games at one point. Oakley. So Charles Oakley with his a hot shooting first quarter for the Knicks. Houston forced it. Oakley with the rebound, able to tie the game, and then play for his hometown club, the New York Knicks. Allen Houston with the Knicks' first three-pointer of the game. Knicks 27, Hornets 24. Here's Geiger trying to put the move on Buck Williams, and lost it.
Charles Oakley coming over to give help and get the steal. Charles Oakley had just 3 rebounds in game 1. And John Starks, a beautiful move down the lane. But you can tell that Oakley came out with a different mindset rebounding. Already has 9 rebounds in this game.
It's like the Hornets were thinking about a timeout. Now they take the timeout. Uncertainty on the part of the players looking over at Coach Dave Cowens. The Knicks with a burst lead, 29-24. Minute 20 gone by in the second quarter. Series plus in-game scoring updates throughout the playoffs. Tony Delk. That stops the run, and the Knicks lead by 3.
In that situation.
Here's Delk for 3. Yes. A rookie from Kentucky, first-round draft pick Tony Delk, who led the Wildcats in scoring. His last 3 years at Kentucky, averaged 18 as a senior, has, as I mentioned earlier, been playing extremely well in the latter stages of the season. The game tied at 29. Here's Buck Williams. Regular season. The extension by Glenn Rice could not put it down, but again, looking by Buck. And here's Ewing. 6 of 8 from the field. He has 12 points.
Well, in game 1, the Knicks were very sharp, coming out of timeout, starting quarters with their offensive possession, and they showed it right there. After the 22nd, perfect execution. Couldn't get it to a better spot for Patrick Ewing as Glenn Rice works the left block on the post-up.
And Rice has 12 points. Glenn Rice, who averaged close to 30 a game the last 55 games of the season. Shot clock at 7. Ewing. Well, an unusual turnaround by Patrick Ewing. Knicks by 2.
Did you mean turnaround shot or turnaround that he is really going after it scoring wise? He is working so hard for position, and you know that's what Patrick, as a wise veteran and a scoring mentality guy, he just can't expect people to throw him the ball and he's going to shoot it. You've got to work as a big man to get good position, and he has done that.
Not shy about celebrating in a rather unique manner. What about Larry Johnson prancing around showing this emotion? We asked Charlotte coach Dave Cowens for his reaction. Now wanted to travel. The block by Ewing. Kept alive by Mason. And an offensive foul. Mason called for the charge.
And then the offensive foul on Mason, and no complaint.
Knicks have a 2-point lead. Starks the 3. The Knicks 39, the Hornets 34. Game 2 of the best of 5 Eastern Conference first round series. Game 3 in Charlotte Monday night. And the chant of defense from the crowd. Dealt off the head fake. Well, beautifully done. He protected it against Ewing. Nick lead. Johnson gives it up to Ewing. Buck Williams rebounds. Starks. Bad pass, but recovered by Childs. And they have much time on the 24. 15 seconds remaining. Ewing with the spin. And he thought he was fouled. Patrick Ewing with 16. The Knicks 41. The Hornets 36.
That's a beautiful move. In the early part of the season, officials were calling that a walk. That's a patented Robert Parrish spin baseline move. Well done by Patrick Ewing.
Curry lost it. 4-on-1. Johnson from Childs. The Knicks lead is 7. And the Hornets want to talk it over. Oh, Larry Johnson went over to the bench, screaming in the direction of Dave Cowens, which can be dangerous.
Dave has an entire Charlotte Hornets make. The Knicks have been able to capitalize, and now Larry Johnson going over after that fast break layup and having something to bark right in the face of head coach Dave Cowens.
Man, I get the idea that Larry Johnson does read the local papers, because Cowens' statement regarding his appraisal of Johnson's celebration using the word goofy was all over the New York papers.
And of course, as you said, Dave Cowens is going to speak from his heart and just say what is ever on his mind. But the last thing you want to do in a playoff series is get anybody fired up after Larry Johnson had a terrific first game. Slow start here, but he might have gotten going again.
Here's Rice trying to raise up and hit the 3. One other note, Dave Cowens, from a physical point of view, is Childs hit from downtown. Dave is not one you want to start up with. The Knicks by 10. We come up on 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Buck Williams with the steal. 11-2 run by the Knicks. Allen Houston is back. Houston and Childs in the backcourt. Ewing, Williams, Johnson up front. Ewing putting the moves on Geiger. Houston open for 3.
But the Knicks do not mind those kind of perimeter shots, and especially from Allen Houston, a good three-point shooter. When the ball goes inside first and then comes out and get that wide open, take them all day.
And Mason is fouled.
Chris Childs, everybody, the whole defense collapsed. Just let it all go behind him, who has played a terrific floor game. Now getting into the scoring column as well.
4. Approaching 1 minute left in this first half. Ewing forced and hit. Off the spin He was being defended by Mason. And Patrick Ewing's have a hot hand. 9 of 12. He has 18 points. 48-42 Knicks. Now Mason working on Williams. Geiger got trapped. Shot clock at 5. Rice. And again he'll head to the line. And a foul. Oh, and John Starks upset with the call. Kicked the official scores table right in front of Joe Crawford and is hit with a technical foul.
And very understandable why John Starks is upset with himself, trying to get over and take the charge. He didn't even get anywhere close. He's not mad at a bad call or anything like that, because it wasn't a bad call, but putting an excellent free throw shooter like Glenn Rice on the line in the closing seconds of this first half. Now, Glenn Rice only shot 2 free throws in game 1. Already about to shoot him
too, and this crowd trying to get the Knicks going. Allen Houston
begging for a double team to come so he could pass the ball.
Oakley with the room. Charles Oakley with his 3rd bucket. He has 6. Hornets 53, Knicks 52. Delp got bottled up. Rice off the dribble, beats Johnson, goes to the finger roll, and Ewing seeking position on Devos. Ewing. 20 points for Patrick Ewing, and we're seeing a different Patrick Ewing as opposed to game 1 here on Thursday, where he did not have the legs due to the knee problems. Ricky Pierce. Stopped by Allen Houston and went to the fadeaway ball game. Hornets lead by 3. Crowd wants Ewing to shoot. Childs. Chris Childs with 8 points, and he's tied the game at 57.
Well, Charlotte had a lot of success in the closing minutes of the second quarter, coming and doubling off Chris Childs, letting him be the shooter to get the ball out of Patrick Ewing's hands. That time he burned it.
Pierce had the dribble knocked away and knocked out of bounds. Knicks were hoping for at least a jump ball. They were ready to settle that it might have been touched by both a Knick and a Hornet, but the official said no. Last touch by the Knicks. Shot clock at 7. Delp has a terrific extension. He's only about 6'2", but he's able to manufacture shots. He caught out series. Knicks won by 10. Game 1 on Thursday night. Hornets trying to tie the series. Johnson again not able to hit the 3. And the Knicks hoping to go 2 up with game 3 Monday. Oh, what a pass from Oakley behind the back for Ewing. And the game is tied at 59. Game 3 in Charlotte at the Hive on Monday. Offensive foul is called. It's on Delp.
Well, second shot opportunity for the Knicks, and Charles Oakley deep in that corner puts a little extra something on the behind-the-back bounce pass as nobody could find Patrick Ewing. The Charlotte Hornets have been trying to set a lot of backcourt picks to free up Tony Delp to give him some operating room. That last time, Anthony Mason got caught with too big a pick.
Allen Houston with a beautiful ball that is swatted to the crowd. And this Garden, a crowd would like a goaltending call, but it's a clean block.
Glenn Rice not just working at the offensive end. Glenn, not known as a very tough defender, has improved that part of his game, and that was a terrific shot block.
Here's Childs. Chris Childs with a very strong game. 10 points, 8 assists. And Delp being pressured and fouled by Childs. That's his third.
Again, the Knicks.
Houston comes off the screen and fires. Yes. A 3 for Allen Houston. And he's tied the game at 64. Rice for 3. Yes. Glenn Rice. 31 points for Rice. That is a playoff career high. for Glenn Rice, who has not seen much playoff action in the past. Larry Johnson is fouled.
Part of that.
Nice lead. Rice fighting Divac. And a foul. Geiger. Ward with a pretty pass. Mark Williams converting on his first field goal. Hornets 69, the Knicks 68. Again, pressure on the ball. And Delk has trouble handling. Oh, quick hands by Larry Johnson to knock it away from Glenn Rice. The Hornets have 9 on the shot clock. Charlotte has hit its last 6 shots. Glenn Rice has hit his last 5. He's the high point man with 31. Delk ran right into a double team. Delk adjusting in midair for that shot. Delk again. And a loose ball. Again, Evans cheating over to help. Here he comes. Larry Johnson. The post-up move by Johnson to give the Knicks a 1-point lead. Will it count? Yes, it does. Tony Delk.
Rice came into the league. He was primarily a shooter. He has become a big-time scorer.
Charlie Ward off a good setup. Hornets now lead 75-72. We come up on 2 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Charlie Ward applying pressure on Tony Delk, who's been a factor here. Lonnie Divac called for step.
Can roll away from the basket. They want to make him work on those bulky knees and test the rotation defense of the Knicks, and they've got a lot of good opportunities.
John Starks hammers down the 3, and he's tied the game at 75. 10 points for Starks. Delk. Divac. Patrick Ewing coming over to help out on Delk on a double. Divac.
The Knicks have been slow on a lot of their pick and roll rotations. Charlotte has taken advantage of it.
Ewing. And the Knicks have hit their last 6 shots. Patrick Ewing, the high man for New York with 24. Game tied at 77. Rice steps back to shoot and hits. Yes, he is in the zone.
And that was not bad defense at all by Allen Houston. Just a terrific step-back move by Glenn Rice.
Hornets 79, Knicks 77. Rice has 33. Starks hit on a reach-in. They clear it out for Mason. And he goes to the fadeaway. He also felt he was fouled. Did not get the call. Hornets 81, Knicks 77.
Even with all that dribbling by Anthony Mason, the Knicks do not want to double-team Mason in the post. They want to see if they can't play him one-on-one and take away the perimeter scoring ability of Pierce, Rice, and Delk.
Nice move by Houston to take it to the bucket. 9 seconds left, third quarter. Charlotte with the ball and a 2-point lead. Divac, the 3. And Starks not able to get the good look. He was cut off by Pierce. So the Knicks conclude the third quarter, hitting their last 7. Hornets with an 81-79 lead on the New York Knicks with the fourth quarter coming up. The Hornets led by Glenn Rice. 33 points, a career playoff high. It's only his 10th playoff game. 8 with Miami, his second as a member of the Charlotte Hornets. Rice has hit his last 6 shots. He's hit all 11 free throws. Tony Delk come up big here in his first playoff start. He has 15 points. Delk and Pierce in the backcourt. Divac. And Starks able to rescue. Hornets get back. Starks with the hesitation move and takes all the way.
Well, obviously the discussion at the break was let's get the ball to the basket. The first possession inside to Patrick Ewing. There, John Starks forced the action, taking it to the hole. Both teams have the idea they do not want to get into the penalty early here in the fourth quarter.
Yes, and it counts. Starks trying to tie the series at 1. Knicks looking to go up 2-0. Patrick Ewing ties the game at 83. And Ewing with 26 points. Again, the pressure by Ward on Delk. Rice with the fake and then took it to the basket. Rebounded by Ward. Well, Glenn Rice finally missed the shot. Oh, what a pass! Ward for Houston. Houston rejected by Divac. Mason finally picked up by Buck Williams. Faces the double momentarily. Here's Pierce for three. And a loose ball foul.
Big-time defense by both centers on the previous possession. Ewing changed the shot of Rice this time.
And here's Mason shooting over Ewing. Starks able to get to it.
Oh, the Knicks will back off Anthony Mason in that situation anytime. They prefer to see him shoot that little trolley wire 16-foot jump shot. They don't think he can make it.
Ward with the ball fake and then gave it up to Williams. Did not have the shot. 5 on the 24. Starks with a run. And the Knicks lead by 2.
Tony Smith, who has come on for Tony Delk, getting up into John Starks to take away the jump shot. And Starks made the adjustment for spin by.
And it's a backcourt violation. Over and back.
Again, a little pressure there by Charlie Ward, meeting him right at the line, and a careless dribble by Tony Smith, and it just went off his foot and over the line as Mason picks up.
Tony Delk and Tony Smith getting the playing time at point guard in the absence of the injured Muggsy Bogues. Ward to the hoop and fired up a wild shot. Was deflected. He thought he might get a foul. Again, Smith lost it. Tony Smith stripped. Houston for 3. And Mason rebounds. And Anthony Mason barking out at his teammates.
Now the ball handling right now is Charlotte against the pressure really falling apart. They'd rather have Anthony Mason with the ball, who is a much surer ball handler.
Hornets have missed their last 5 shots. And pass again by Smith. I would think Dave Collins will have to make a move here. Tony Smith with 3 consecutive turnovers. That was a look away attempt. Yes, here comes Tony Delk. And he'll come on for Smith. Ewing putting the move on Divac.
Patrick Ewing has been taking primarily good shots all afternoon, most of them in the lane, other short jumpers. Although Patrick likes the fadeaway, that one was forced.
So Mason handling against Ewing, and that's part of the subplot here. Anthony Mason feeling that Patrick Ewing responsible for his departure from New York. Foul is called for a while after picking up a 4th foul. 6:45 remaining in the 4th. Starks. An unusual shot for Starks. Buck Williams able to pound it back home on the follow. And the Knicks lead 87-85. And there's Charlie Ward right in the chest of Tony Delk.
Well, to make him feel you, I don't think Jeff Van Gundy and John Starks had in mind putting Charlotte on the line 20 out of 25 times. That has hurt dramatically. Feel yes, foul no.
What a play by Charlie Ward to force the turnover right here, stripping Tony Delk. And the Hornets are suffering at the point guard position.
Now, this is when Anthony Mason should just handle the ball. There's no way anybody out on the floor can give him that kind of pressure. He's capable of getting the ball up and getting Charlotte into their offense.
Childs for 3. And Delk with the save as Oakley went flying into the stands. Rice's pass broken up. The Knicks put the ball up by 2. Childs on a crossover goes all the way. And back comes Rice, leaving a couple of Knicks behind. Leading Pierce. Foul committed. Job defensively against Rod Strickland. Here's Ewing. Yes. The Knicks lead by 2.
Patrick right off the bench, and the Knicks wasting no time going inside to their big man who has been delivering much of this game.
28 for Ewing. Mason putting moves on Ewing. Sets it up for Divac. Ewing rebounds. Charlotte just 1 of 9 here in the 4th. Oakley. The Knicks 91. The Hornets 87. Timeout called by Charlotte.
He winds up with his second post-up field goal of the afternoon. That was a little bit of the fadeaway variety, but his teammates and Jeff Van Gundy appreciate it anytime Charles Oakley gets one of those inside hoops. As the Charlotte Hornets have gone ice cold here in the last few minutes, just 1 for 9. And a little bit of a change defensively for the Knicks. Patrick Ewing, there you see it, the 1 for 9, New York 6 for 15. Patrick Ewing now has switched on to Anthony Mason, figuring he's an inside player to keep Patrick from...
Once again, Ewing defending. And Ewing knocked it away. Four and a half remaining in the fourth. At the other end, Mason playing Ewing. Childs passed on the shot. Went shorter range. Chris Childs nicks the 3 and then hit the 2 from the free throw line.
Well, Charlotte had success with that late in the second quarter, leaving Childs alone, and he came up empty. Came up large there.
The Knicks lead by 6. Rice met by Ewing and fouled. 27 trips to the line. So Glenn Rice finally missed. We mentioned earlier the NBA playoff record, most free throws made with none missed in a single game, shared by players 17-17. Gail Goodrich, Bob Love, and Reggie Miller. So Rice will not join that list. But no foul call.
Unusual matchup. Ricky Pierce guarding the point guard Childs, the bigger player, so he can come down and double Ewing when he has to and leave Childs alone.
Oh, Mason rejected by Ewing. Mason having a very difficult time against Ewing. Childs. Yes. Well, Chris Childs earlier this season was hitting big shots down the stretch. Then sprained his wrist. Did not get back into it for some time, and the last several games he has recaptured the dunk. Rice will head back to the line as he was hacked.
He knows he's a great foul shooter, and I don't think he's missing them because he is tired.
The Knicks now lead 95-89 as we come up on 3 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Charlotte Hornets in a desperate situation. Trying to tie the series at 1. Game 3 in Charlotte on Monday night. Knicks hope to go up 2-0. Childs for 3. Chris Childs with another clutch bucket. And he has killed the Hornets.
Down the stretch of this season, hitting one there on the semi. Stark setting up this three-pointer with penetration as Chris Childs really coming through a big-time 17 points, 9 assists, and only 1 turnover. And his shots have come from all over, but none bigger than those last 2.
The Knicks now lead 98-89. The Hornets have gone ice cold in a drought in this fourth quarter. Just 1 of 10 from the field. Glenn Rice cuts it to a 7-point Knick lead with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. A series of turnovers damaging the Hornets, missing Muggsy Bogues at the point guard position. They had 3 for the Hornets with 50 seconds remaining in the fourth, down by 5. Rice forced it from 3-point range. Starks comes up with the ball, hustling it down, and he was fouled.
Ewing involved in a pick and roll with Mason.
Knicks should be in no hurry with a 5-point lead, working the clock down. 20 seconds on the game clock, 5 on the 24. Ewing realizing, forces, and hits. The Knicks by 7. Don't try to race it down, but he stopped out of 10 seconds. And Charlotte involved in confusion, took a timeout. I don't think Delk realized that Dave Cowens was trying to call for time.
There we go. The problems that Charlotte has had with the absence of Muggsy Bogues, the usual point guard for Charlotte, who is in such control out on the floor. You got a rookie, Tony Delk, as Patrick Ewing is forced to alter this shot under the pressure of Vlade Divac challenging, but Patrick Ewing has been brilliant offensively all afternoon. But while the celebration goes on, Tony Delk advancing the ball, and as other Hornets trying to take the timeout, as Jeff Van Gundy, he has no idea what's going on. Somebody guard somebody.
So Delk saw the opportunity, tried to take advantage, but Cowens was screaming for the timeout.
And some of the other Charlotte players behind Tony Delk in the backcourt were looking for an official to signal that timeout.
The 8% in game one, 56% today. Here's Divac concluding matters. The Knicks, led by Chris Childs down the stretch, defeat the Hornets 100-93, and they take a 2-0 lead in this tie. Let's go over to Ahmad with Patrick Ewing. Ahmad?
All right, thanks, Marv. So, Patrick, you told me before the game this is going to be different from Thursday night, and it was. You really showed up.
Oh, definitely. Thursday night I was a little bit rusty. I hadn't practiced in about 5 days, and it showed. But you know, I was able to get some work in during the game, and then yesterday I did a little bit, and I came out, had a monster game like I told you that I would.
All right, but Chris, big game by Chris Childs, and a couple of big shots.
Oh, definitely. Chris stepped it up for us tonight. He and I got in a little bit of argument last game about stepping back when his man came to double me, but he did a pretty good job of stepping to the open spot tonight.
All right, congratulations on a great game, and good luck to you on Monday.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Back to you, Marv.
All right, thanks, Ahmad. The Knicks outscored the Hornets 21-12 in the fourth quarter. Charlotte just 3 of 16 from the field in the fourth. Again, the final, the New York Knicks 100 and the Charlotte Hornets 93. 2-0 lead for the Knicks in the best of 5. Tonight here on NBC, don't miss the world's wildest Magic with Penn and Teller, followed by Pretender and Profiler. That's tonight starting at 8 Eastern Time. For Matt Kukas and Ahmad Rashad, I'm Marv Albert. So long from the Garden. You're watching the NBA on NBC.